This is Jesse with AEM coming back at you with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about my 1925 Ford Model T. It's been a pretty popular car and figured it was about time we do some videos on it. This car is special. It's not just regular 1925 Model T. This car's got quite a story. And in this video I'll be going over the story of it, how I ended up with it, how long I've had it. See, I've actually owned this car longer than I've not owned this car. I'm only 23, so that might, make a little more sense. I actually bought this car when I was 11 years old. So here I got some footage just walking around the car for you guys. Show you it's definitely still a project, still needs a lot of love. It's been going on now for around about 12 years. And as you know, they're never finished. Here's a nice interior shot for you. Yep, needs floorboards, needs the whole interior. That's really the worst part of the car. But basically, this whole Model T project started when I was 10 years old. So that would have been back in 2012. My grandfather and I started buying up parts for a 26-27 car. And there I'm pictured with 2 halves of a frame and a cowl. We ended up buying a whole bunch of other parts too. There's an engine we bought. Oh, we had pretty much everything to put, everything to put together an entire car. So there's some fenders, headlights, headlight buckets, and granted this is all for a 26 car. There's a fuel tank. And then the day came that we needed to start tearing it apart. There was tearing apart the rear axle, tearing apart the engine. There's a better shot of the engine. I'm tearing apart a steering column we had. Granted, this was just a pile of parts. There was, no whole car here. There I am learning how awesome sanding is. Then, of course, we got some panels sanded and primed and painted. There's painting radius rods, and had some rims painted for it. This photo shows you just how much stuff we had accumulated. The whole project, the 26-27 car, the original car, that took about a year and a half. And this shows you everything we accumulated in that time. As you can see, there's pretty much everything there that we would need to put together a whole car. But we ended up not finishing that one, and there we are at a swap meet actually selling all the parts off. The reason for selling everything, which you are about to see, is because we went to a swap meet up in Lawrence, Kansas, and actually I found that 25 car that I've got now. It was just a chassis back then, and I took off running and went and told my grandpa about it. And we ended up negotiating a deal with the old man that was selling it. This is the 25. So we made a deal, ended up deciding that we would just sell off everything we had for the 26-27 car and focus all of our efforts onto this car. And by this point, this was May of 2014, so I was 11 years old. I was the happiest 11-year-old in the world. There I am sitting on the car before we even got it unloaded from the trailer. That was a lot of fun. Pictured here is some parts we accumulated to make a body for the car. But basically, next up is just photos of me working on it, tinkering with it. I thought painting the steering wheel was very important for some reason, so that happened very early on. There's the cowl, again, that we ended up using. And that kind of shows how bad the rust is, as you can see. And there I am learning how to torch weld with a coat hanger and a torch. How do you think we fixed the body panels? Got the hood torn apart. We actually soda blasted and sandblasted all the body panels before painting. Pictured there, the running boards finished. There's some other brackets and other pieces. I think those are windshield frame brackets. putting the fenders back on, the running boards back on. You can see the radiator shells back on, painted, and the headlight buckets are too, and the cowl's in, and the floors are done. There's actually the first time we got it running. I don't know if you can tell there in the photos really, but actually one rear wheel is jacked up. The reason for that is because the clutches were stuck in that transmission, which we'd already inspected the motor and transmission and everything seemed okay, but we didn't realize that the clutches were stuck. And so that was in the end of summer. We ended up putting the car away for the winter and then decided the following spring we'd drag it back in the shop, pull the motor out and apart again, and put new clutches in it. So there I am pulling with the hogshead pulled off. There it is on the ground, putting new clutches in it. And there it is running again, and I am in the exact same shirt I was wearing the first time it was running that fall before that. So here I am with the seat that we started building. We decided we were going to go for some kind of like buckboard roadster thing. So we ended up building our own seat. There we are, finishing up the upholstery on it. And of course, so a seat, a cowl, and then it's got a little flip-up bed on the back. There I was one time when my aunt came by and I gave her a ride in the car. There I am building the windshield frame. Don't look at the welds. There's the windshield finished up, me cleaning it up. And there's the finished interior floorboards. I think we redid those floorboards 3 or 4 times. And there we are with it actually finished up, finally. By that point, I would have been 14. Yeah, I would have been 14 when we finally got it all wrapped up. There it is at a show. And there it is at a 100-year anniversary for the Zinc Motor Company. They held a show back in 2016. And there it is just at another car show local to me. But fast forward a couple years, I decided I wanted to put a ton truck cab on it and a little pickup bed, which at the time I thought they looked really neat, and I'd seen other people do it. So I ended up doing that, and it looked really cool, but just not original. Ford never did that. But the reason it's on a trailer in that picture is because I had actually tried to drive it to my high school graduation parade, and I got right up the hill to the school and swung into the school parking lot, and right there it threw number 4 rod right through the side of the block, just destroying that block. Here is a picture of my grandpa's 25 that he had and sold right around the time that I was born. That is an all-original 25 four-door sedan. And I actually tried finding it with no luck, but I did find another old four-door sedan that was up in Omaha, and I ended up buying that car. There it is. I bought that just for the body to stick onto my 25 and make it a four-door sedan, which is my personal favorite body style of at least the later T's, and I wanted one like what my grandpa had, so this was when I was in college, putting the four-door sedan body onto my chassis, and I had the motor out again because the motor that was in it then actually broke the crank in two. So that car has been through three blocks since I've had it. And there it is at a college function out in front of everybody getting his picture taken after the body was on it. Well, there you have it. That's the story of the Model T. That's how I first got into cars. That's really what started it all. Now you guys know me a little bit better, and I want to thank every single one of you people that have subscribed and take the time to like my videos and leave comments. It truly means a lot to me, and it's enabling me to be able to play with these old cars and enjoy it and get great feedback. So you guys are all wonderful and have been great to me. So keep watching, and there'll be more updates to come on cars like this one or others. And that's hot.
You get a pretty neat photo of it next to my 52 Dodge, which I did a video on a few weeks back for you guys.